Hi friends, it's Chari. Today I'm creating a cute and cozy card for winter with Build a Fox and the new Build a Critter winter accessories. So here is Build a Fox and the winter accessories, and you can see I already have all of my pieces cut out and I'm going to assemble him shortly. But first, I'm cutting out a piece of white wood grain cardstock with the outside in stitched rectangle. Then I'm using the reverse stitch scallop square window to cut out a window, and I am going to put a piece of 6x6 favorite flannel fall paper behind that window to create a little frame for my fox. Now I need to start assembling my fox. So I'm starting by putting that solid black piece to fill in the ears and the eyes. I also have a little round black piece for the nose, and then I can layer these two pieces together to get the full face of the fox. Then there is his tail, and I have the little white detail that goes on the end of his tail. All of the white areas of the fox, I use speckled eggshell cardstock, so we have a little bit of that texture and that creamy color. For the fox today, I'm creating a little sitting fox, so I'm using this piece for his hind feet, and I'm adding some storm cloud cardstock little paws, and then I will do the same for the feet that go in the front. And then for this one, I'm also using this tuft of fur, also cut from the speckled eggshell cardstock. Now before I put his head onto the body, I am using some peacock cardstock to create a cute little winter scarf for him. And I'm just adding that right along that score line. And then for the tails of the scarf, I'm actually going to tuck it up underneath. So we have the part that goes around the neck, and then we have the ends, and then I can add the head right above the scarf. Next, I want to add those hind legs to the body. So now we have those cute little hind legs peeking out from behind the front paws. And then finally, his tail. And he is super cute just like this, but this little fox is going to have a hat as well. So I cut the hat from that same peacock cardstock. Then the brim of the hat is mermaid, so we have some contrast. And then I have a little pom-pom to put on top, cut from some vanilla malt cardstock. And then I can just add a little bit of liquid glue and pop this right onto the top of his head. This little fox is so cute and he is ready for winter. I actually wanted to add some little details to his scarf, and I decided to use my white gel pen and add some little polka dots. I'm only adding it to the part that goes around his neck, and then I'm going to leave the bottom part plain. Now to the frame that I cut earlier, I am pulling out the new snowflake stencil. And I'm just going to add a little kiss of stenciling around the sides. So basically the top right corner, and I'm using some merman ink for this and trying to be very light-handed, and then also the bottom left corner. And I think this is a really fun look, especially on this wood grain cardstock, to just have a hint of stenciling on the edges. I also cut a piece of peacock cardstock to 4¼ by 5½. This is going to go on my card base, and this is going to create that dark teal frame around my white wood grain cardstock. Now this white wood grain panel will be popped up with some foam adhesive, but I do need to add that favorite flannel fall square that I cut to that background so that it shows through my window. So I am using some liquid glue so that I can shift it around if I need to, and I'm just placing it and checking to make sure it is right behind that window and all the edges are hidden behind that frame. Then I can add all of my foam adhesive around the back of this panel and pop this right onto the card, and we get that really fun dimension between the pattern paper and the peacock cardstock and that frame. I'm adding my little fox in there with some liquid glue. Then I looked in my desk drawer to see what kind of embellishments I already had cut, and I found some mini snowflakes cut from some holographic cardstock, and I just sprinkled those around. I am adding them with a little bit of liquid glue. I like how they overlap the frame and they're in the frame. and then I have one more down here at the bottom. These are going to kind of peek out from behind the sentiment banner. I cut a sentiment banner from Guava Cardstock, and I'm using the Henry's Jr.'s Build a Sentiment Winter to spell out the sentiment that says, "Have a warm and cozy winter." I'm stamping this towards the left of my banner so that I can trim it down a little bit using the die. So I'll just line that back up, pop it into place, run that through my die cut machine so my banner is the right length. Then I can add some foam squares on the back, and I will just add this right underneath my little frame with my fox. And once I got this pink sentiment banner on there, I wanted some more pops of pink. So of course I pulled out some little hearts, cut with the Hearts and Stars skinny tag die out of Guava Cardstock. I just sprinkled those around and added them with a little liquid glue, and then I added some stickles glitter to the hearts and the pom-pom on the hat. And here is my finished winter card with that cozy fox who is ready for winter. I hope this has inspired you to make some warm and cozy winter cards for yourself this season. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye!